I have too. Be me. Young 20-something looking into lucid dreaming. One night dream of events where I made a woman. Sort of. More like I make a form and something else filled it in. Realized something horrible just happened. I ran. She chased. Ends up saving me from something that I am sure wasn't a dream. We get into argument. Not with words, never words, we never actually talked. Argued using illusions like holograms that we would change to get our meaning across. Woke up. Strange dream. Go about my day, go back to sleep. She is there waiting for me. Every few days for the better part of a year and a half, she is there, waiting. She takes control of the dreams. Have a weird palace and lots of our dream kids. She says time moves different for them. One day, she just isn't there anymore. Second one. Be me, some decade later. Try to sleep. Say fuck it, try to astral project. Not best condition, but I'm half asleep. Very painful, like being ripped in half. Stand next to bed, farthest I ever get. See something that looks like Biggie Smalls with a demonic grin. It attacks me. Screaming in my face as it tried to choke me. Die so I can live. Fight it off. End up gaining the strength to throw it through a wall. Wake up in a sweat. This is a true story and I have more, but this is definitely a creepy one. If there's any interest I'll post more. Before I start the green text, let me give some background context. This story takes place right after I got out of the military. I joined up out of some feeling that I had an obligation and a duty to after my grandpa died, and he fought in the Pacific in World War II. After that my dad moved in with my grandma to help her out. Over the next few years her health begins to decline. About 3 days before I get out my grandma dies. Be me. Be 24-year-old infantry vet with one bullshit combat deployment. TFW no sib. /K/Amandos I have my 1911 45 ACP, AR-15, and Seton/G3 308 with me. BC stay strapped or get clapped. Just got out of the army and have nowhere to live. Decide to stay with my dad in Vancouver, Washington. Same house both my grandparents died in. Dad was in prison most of my childhood and when he was an abusive drunk. Doesn't drink as much now that he's an old faggot. Been talking to a girl I banged a few times on leave after deployment. Big titty curly blonde hair 10/10. Bochico wow. Kept in touch off and on after that as friends. Bounced between staying at her place and my dad's place. Officially dating at this point. She's over at my dad's with me. As I'm getting in the shower after sexy time, see out of the corner of my eye someone with curly light gray hair walk by the door and go into the office. Instantly knew it wasn't GF. Nope. JPEG. Kinda freeze for a second, notice air feels cold. Step out of bathroom and call out for GF asking where she is. She's in the kitchen making me a sandwich obviously. She comes over and asks what's up. Tell her what I saw. Tell her it almost looked like my grandma but the hair color was wrong. She calls me a liar and says I'm just trying to scare her because I know she's scared of ghosts. I don't think ghosts are real, do believe in demons though. Grandma had curly long white hair. Hi/X/visitor here from /int/I almost got turned into a monster, yang all, as we called it. Forgive my English, I'm a Filipino BTW. Here's the context. Be me 26 years old from lower middle class. Working as an agent on local appliances and motorcycle dealing store. Always spent my work go traveling all over town to collect our clients' installment pay. Don't care because it pays decent at least at our standard and it's fun traveling around. 12 a.m. Go to eatery since there's no fast food on rural areas. Ate some food. Jesus Christ, the food is disgusting. I swear there's a lingering taste of iron on it. 5 hours later my stomach is growling non-stop. Even I ate a lot of food when I returned to city proper. Later that morning I woke up but I didn't feel rested. Our superstitious neighbor said we have to go to a shaman. Me, my parents and neighbor go to him. He looked at me with piercing eyes. Then he get some wood brittles and make an incense. Everything went dark. Woke up feeling about to throw up. Vomited some weird shit. WTF is this? I asked them what happened. My parents claimed I was struggling and creating a sound like a swine. Yes, everyone who was at there claimed that I snorted and literally sound like a pig. The shaman said that I'm lucky because if I delayed it a day or two I'll become full-blown aswang. That's what the locals here called it. You think I'm LARPing? See pic I vomited that literally. Forgive the quality, my neighbor took it on her crappy phone. So, I saw something really fucking weird last night and I have no idea what it was. To clarify, I'm not a schizo or a strong believer in the paranormal. I think there's a lot of unexplainable shit in the world, but I haven't seen much of it myself, until last night. Be me, drum fag, heading home from audition for a death metal band at like 22:30ish last night. Absolutely fucking exhausted, on phone to girlfriend. Live in Glasgow, Scotland, suburb, residential area, so used to seeing crazy people, junkies etc. Place is deserted tonight. Last stretch between main road and my street is a long incline with a steep hill at the end. Old folks home behind a fence on the left of the street, houses right. Walking slowly up the street, near the fence to the home. Start to hear a weird frantic slapping, thudding noise, hard to describe but kind of like how it sounds when a corpse is glitching out in a Bethesda game. Gets louder as I go further. As I pass by one of the exterior wall lights of the old folks' home, I see it. Under the light, illuminated from the top but otherwise cloaked in shadow, is what looks to be a bald head and pair of arms, shoulders and top of torso. In a sort of push-up position, moving up and down on the spot erratically, accompanied with this frenzied slapping noise. Shit panned. I speedwalk past from sheer fight or flight, but stop maybe 2 meters further up the street, all while keeping my eye on the spot where I saw the thing. The noise stops once I get past and when I look back I don't see anything. I'm freaking out to my GF over the phone because WTF was that? If it was one of the residents of the home I'm concerned for their safety. Hang around for another while until a dog walker passes by the spot without the dog freaking out, so I resign myself to having it remain an unsolved mystery and head home. Hang up, collapse into bed and pass out with light and clothes on. Wake up this morning and remember the incident, post it here. WTF did I see? Be me. In a woods with only like 15 guns and only one set of body armor, it was supposed to be a relaxing hike. Set up my tent, only brought one designed for 6 people, with only 3 rooms, because wasn't planning to camp. Niggers tongue my anus, I said, unprompted. As is tradition. Niggers to new ooze echoes all around me, as if said by an angry cat being neutered without anesthetic. Based, I say, as the copper smell I definitely have no knowledge of hits me. The Jews are responsible for every war in recorded history, says the creature. That voice though. It's Adolf Hitler. But he died? So I start firing blindly into the trees, which is my right as an American. Uncle Adolf's voice shrieks in the righteous anger only a man persecuted by the synagogue of Satan can truly understand. Check for a body. No sign of the creature, only the families that were at the campground I parked at. None of the women or children look anything like Hitler. Oh god, oh fuck. Haven't been able to take amphetamines in the woods except for 2 or 3 times since. Really shook me up. I scoured the internet for stories about creatures in the woods that mimicked voices and smelled like copper but obviously found nothing. Anybody have any idea what it could have been? Be me, lucid dreaming faganon. Driving home during night, come to intersection, this is a dream of a real-life intersection and area 2. Sit at red light, car is sitting middle of intersection. No e-lights on, don't know if it's a wreck. Light turns green, go around car and see there's no damage. No one is inside, a row of abandoned cars is to the right of me, all abandoned. Drive past corner store pharmacy which is to my right, dozens of bodies laying on the ground face up. There's more bodies in the parking lot, there's people in white hazmat suits working. Some people have clipboards, looks like they are cataloging or IDing the bodies. Other bodies are in what looks like a ready for disposal section. In this area bodies are dragged onto forklifts with an attachment, they are loaded up and dropped into big open black plastic looking containers. Those containers are then moved somewhere via forklift. Ask WTF is going on and if I can still go inside and buy some cigarettes like a retard. They say move along. Drive forward, even more abandoned cars. There's a backhoe in the street where bodies are being loaded onto it. I had succubus or incubus experience when I was young. Be me. About 10. Sleeping at uncle's house. Laying on my stomach. Wake up middle of night. Feel presence. Feel touches, very human-like. Feels comfy, not scary at all. Something is entering me. Feel the pressure and something moving. After some time warm feeling inside. Pressure goes away. Presence goes away. Sleep like a baby after that. Nothing else happened after that. It's my only experience. Did I get succubus at young age? I have tried letter method with no luck. Be me 22. Finish praising the Lord in church one Sunday. Feel like going for a walk. Go for a walk. See a building with the compass, protractor, and G. Stop and think for a moment. Walk back to my car and get a pen and notebook. Leave a note at the doorstep basically saying I'm interested in fraternity with my name and phone number. Go home. Weeks pass and I forget about it. This past Friday at 11:48 a.m. I received a private call. Was sleeping. Received no more calls that day. I don't know many people, let alone anybody who would private call me midday. Neck myself time? Let me start with one of my own. Be me, out on a walk at 4 a.m. Neighborhood is surrounded by trees. Walk by the water plant. Practically covered by trees on all sides. Suddenly hear noises from across the street. A dog whimpering? The _ what? Try to look around but, as it was 4 a.m., I couldn't see anything through the trees. No lights, no people, no nothing that would suggest a dying dog was out there. Then, loud ass noise that sounded like a giant was bending the trees to get somewhere. Now I'm actually concerned. 29,640,294